How to Be a Hero. Words by Florence Perry Hyde. How to Be a Hero. Words by Florence Perry Hyde. Pictures by Chuck Groening. Once upon a time, there was a nice boy, and his name was Gideon. He lived in a nice house, and he had nice parents and lots of toys. There. That's enough for anyone. Well, it wasn't enough for Gideon. Gideon wasn't satisfied. He wanted to be a hero. You know, a hero with his name on the front page of newspapers. That sort of thing. Look at all his drawings. Oh, poor Teddy. So how does anyone get to be a hero anyway? He wondered. You have to be strong. You have to be brave. You have to be clever, don't you? For instance, that one about a princess imprisoned in a tower and has a weird name like Rapunzel with Rapunella with very long hair, and this guy sees her and says, "Let down your hair," and she does, and he climbs up her hair and rescues her, so he's a hero. And the story where a witch gives a girl a poison apple, and when she takes a bite, she goes into a deep sleep, which is sort of like being dead, but not really, and nothing will get her awake except a kiss, and someone does see her sleeping, and then he kisses her, and he's a hero just like that. And Gideon thought about the one where someone has a mean stepmother and mean stepsisters, and they make her dust and sweep and scrub so she never gets to go to parties, but a fairy godmother gives her a party dress and glass slippers, and she goes to a big party and loses one of her glass slippers, and this guy finds it and gives it to her, and that makes him a hero. And just because he found that slipper, he noticed that some of them got to be heroes just by kissing someone. Gideon didn't much like the kissing part, but he'd probably do it if he could get to be a hero that way. Once the babysitter fell asleep watching television, and he wondered if that would count, if he kissed her, but he didn't think so, and he didn't do it. One of his favorite stories, the one about this kid finding some seeds or beans or something like that, and then they grow up a big vine, and he climbs up and finds some neat things, and there's a giant up there, but he's asleep, so the kid takes home all the good stuff, and he's a hero, and he doesn't have to kiss anybody. Gideon thought about how all those guys turned out to be heroes, and he decided they hadn't really had to do anything or be anything. They didn't have to be strong. They didn't have to be brave. They didn't have to be clever. They just had to be at the right place at the right time. That's how you get to be a hero. You have to be at the right place at the right time. And you had to pay attention. You had to keep your eyes open, or you wouldn't see someone who was sleeping, or someone with unusually long hair, or you wouldn't see any glass slipper or beans or seeds or anything. So Gideon paid his attention, and he kept his eyes open. Let's see, there. A man lost his dog. That girl looks like she's lost her cat. There's an old lady needs to cross the street, and there's a little boy crying. Do you think he's going to see any of that? He kept his eyes open, and that is how he saw the big supermarket. Seeing the supermarket reminded him that he wanted a candy bar. His nice parents had just given him his allowance, so he had enough money. Uh-oh. There goes the baby. Gideon picked out his candy bar and waited patiently in line behind several other customers. He noticed there were balloons and flowers and cakes, and he paid for his candy, and people suddenly surrounded him, taking pictures, clapping him on the back, congratulating him. Congratulating Gideon for what? Well, that's lady caught the baby. Well, Gideon was the 10,000th customer to buy something at the supermarket. Everybody was excited. People patted him on the back. A girl kissed him on the cheek. And for a minute, he wondered whether that might turn him into a prince or maybe a frog, but nothing happened. The manager said he could come in for a candy bar any time he felt like having one. His name was on the front page of the newspaper. His picture was on the front page. He was a hero, and all because he managed to be at the right place at the right time. Good.